Yeah, this happens every single cast. Oh, Neo
Lol.
Medusa, nice. Hopefully no lag. All right, so, by the way, we do have a live audience here. For those of you who don't know, this is going to be the first game of the official semi-finals of the, and we don't have LAN latency, unfortunately. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I mean, for the players. I mean, you know, um, I guess whatever. We're gonna have Proteus here, the Teal Protoss player at the upper right of the three bases on Medusa. And we've got his opponent, Urdung. Wow, this is going to be a fun game. So for those of you who've been sticking around all day here, we've got Urdung and Proteus as players who I've not seen been defeated yet. Are they? What are their scores right now? What were their scores in the
I
round
think both
robin?
of
I
them are
believe they were undefeated.
undefeated in their respective
Undefeated.
groups.
Wow.
Basically, I mean, it's basically Proteus is Jonathan practices his build orders very hard, but I mean, he's kind of like a little lacking in army control and late game, game sense. As I've mentioned before, most of his games involve games where he assembles a macro advantage and then just proceeds to out macro his opponents into victory. Whereas Urdung, he's a little bit more of a technical Korean player. You're gonna see some nice games here of micro versus macro and stuff like that.
Okay, that's awesome. So there's only 3 players in the semifinals because we had 3 groups of 5 or 6 each. The best from each group got out, so it's going to be a kind of a round robin to find out the final 2, and then they're going to face off against each other in a small best of 3. So it should be interesting here. We got ourselves a probably a 10 gate here from this is just gotta keep reminding myself this is Urdong, yeah, and Proteus up here is going to be working on his basically the same build here, 10 gate. And we're going to see how they play Neo Medusa. Neo Medusa in the pro scene often sees a lot of Reaver play. It's generally the most common sort of play. We see a lot of drops because of the ease of getting into natural expansions, or into main bases rather. Although I think both positions are pretty fair here, in that they're both equally hard or difficult to do that. And we see a Manor Pylon here coming from Proteus. It's actually a pretty. It's going to be an okay one actually. It's going to block 2 patches here. One can still be accessed from behind, but it looks like we're gonna just see, yeah, most likely Urdung's play is just gonna be to ignore it, because he didn't trap any probes, so it's probably not as effective as it could be at this point. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep commentating here. We're having a little bit of a problem in the room, but I think online it's absolutely fine. Second pylon going up, so it's 2 pylons before core, and we're gonna see probably a gateway simulator core here without a second pylon first, for Proteus. Urdong still going away at this Manor Pylon. Got our core going up here, 1 gate core, and most likely 1 gate core here as well. Yeah, there's the Cybernetics core, and very good. So we got ourselves back up in action here in the room. It's about 20 people watching live. Thank you guys for staying here so long. We're probably gonna be here for all day, basically. I mean, I think with the finals, with how late we're starting this finals, this will probably merge into the CSL games at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. here. Anyway, though, get back to this game. All right, so we've got ourselves. Both of these players are mirror matches, mirror builds so far. We got second gateway though going up right now for Urdung. No second gateway yet. We could be seeing tech instead from Proteus. By the way, these games are totally live, not on replays, of course. So not gonna be able to get the information on food count or anything. We'll see if this range is a true range upgrade or if it's just a ruse of some sort. We'll see. One gate here versus 2 gate. I'm a little bit curious at what the Teal Protoss is going to be up to. It just looks like a second gate actually. Maybe into fast expand. I mean, or into robotics facility. We should be seeing robotics facility first, though. That's generally in the build order, and then followed by either observers for an expansion or reavers for a fast game, fast
Well,
attack.
one thing that's to note here is that basically the orange Protoss seems to have a positional disadvantage if a robotics facility is made, because he would have a larger area to defend against from a Reaver harassment, since his backdoor is facing the in the teal Protoss in the orientation of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as like this is the real place I think we talk about in Medusa having a disadvantage is this position when your opponent is here, like because this it becomes incredibly vulnerable if you're upper left and your opponent's on the bottom. But I think like yeah, this is like moderately I guess problematic. But anyway, sorry, keep going.
That was it.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, feel free to jump in anytime, by the way. Anyway, we've got Probe coming in, gonna get killed. Not gonna see an expansion though, so that might have been close enough to check